All right, moving on to the fourth wine. So what have we done? We've done American Sparkles, we did a French Rhone White, we actually did a French Rhone Red. Now we're jumping into Italy. I love this wine. There's lots of reasons why, but this is Le Volte del Ornellaia. So, for many of us, we may know some sort of the history of Ornellaia and Sassicaia. So I'll give you a quick brief run if most of those who don't. Sassicaia was created in about the late 1950s by a Marchese, and on this particular gravel soil in Bulgari, which basically means we're on the coastal Tuscany area. And he started making these wines, and they were beautiful. They were cab-based with a little bit of Sangiovese, merlot, etc. And it was sort of a homage to Bordeaux. He wasn't drinking anything else. He wasn't making anything else. He just wanted to make this particular wine. And Sassicaia is, many of you may know, is a hugely famous, what we classify as a super Tuscan. And the owner of Ornellaia, and we're drinking Le Volte de Ornellaia, wanted to make something similar, and he therefore rang up his cousin, I believe it's his cousin, and said, hey, do you know of any good vineyards near where you are? And funnily enough, he had a property next door to him. And so literally you have two amazingly famous wines now, Sassicaia, and connected by a family connection, and then you've got Ornellaia next to it. So you've got these two. It's good to know people in the know, clearly. What's the fortunate thing is they make amazing wine. So Sassicaia, what are we looking at? 300, 400 bucks. Ornellaia is about 250, maybe 300. So amazing wines. They both make second and third wines. The thing about Ornellaia, it is a Merlot, high percentage of Merlot, not just Cabernet and Sangiovese. Le Volte is their third wine. That's why it's not 250 or 300 bucks. It's about $30. This is a Merlot Sangiovese blend, is what we're talking about predominantly. This comes from a lot of the Merlot is coming from the estate, the Ornellaia estate, but also sourcing up and down the coastal zone of Tuscany is what we're talking about. And the Sangiovese, my understanding is most of that is coming from the actual original vineyard, the Ornellaia vineyard. So you've got this just beautiful sort of heritage, same winemaking techniques for the Ornellaia and Le Volte, so you're getting the best expressions, the best sort of winemaking techniques you can make. Obviously, you're not using as much brand new oak, but it definitely is some oak in there. The Merlot is just rich and ripe. So when we talk about sort of super Tuscans, and this one and this family sort of fits into that, it's almost a California-esque sort of characteristics, so nice and rich, full flavor characteristics. But the beautiful thing with the Tuscan aspect is you do have that good sort of core of acidity. So therefore you get that lovely balance is what we're looking at. So you're looking at these lovely red fruits coming from the Merlot. You're getting some of that sort of savory, almost chamomile tea aspect coming from the Sangiovese, and that Cabernet is giving you more of that black fruit and a bit of structure. But even with that structure, those tannins are also very sort of soft and ripe and rich. This is, what's the politest way of sort of saying this? This is a wine which you could drink and not realize you finished the bottle, would be the way I would describe it. So it's a very pleasant, there's lots of structure, but it's just so yummy that you just keep on taking glass after glass, would be the way I would describe it. So this is the next wine. Very, very famous house. So again, from Ornellaia. This is their Merlot Sangiovese Cab blend. It is 2016, so we're now looking at 4 years old. So there's a good bit of depth. It's got some more mature notes as well. So it's really sort of hitting its stride. I think this is a great wine for this tasting and also for the fall.